Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Monday, September 30th, the end of the month, which is going to strike off being that next month is all of Halloween month. Yo, I love Halloween. I don't know about you guys, but tomorrow being October 1st, we're almost done with the whole year. So that is some exciting stuff right there, getting into the Halloween season. But for some of the miners, tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. Let's dig in. Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on out there? So, as you can see here, I've been looking at that Ravencoin network. So you can see that it's at 21.76 terahash. That I remember seeing this coin when it first came out. People were just starting to talk about it, being that it's a great coin for mining, and I just didn't get onto it myself. I was on other coins myself. I will not talk about that particular shitcoin private any further. But you can see how the network has been growing on this chart, which is really not that the growth of it in the beginning looks very, very natural. You come over here, you get a little bit of a bump on it and a pullback, and then the bear market, and then people started coming back to the network, and you see a lot of them come on. There was a lot of coins that were mineable that had died off and displaced a lot of crypto miners. So with that being said, there was a significant pullback once people started getting on there. It wasn't that profitable for them. They started coming back off. They found new coins to start mining, or they were simply just turning their machines off. And then you can see at a point where it was just like a boom, and it just comes up on the hash rate right down here. You can almost equate that to the FPGAs coming on. The FPGAs, for anybody who doesn't know what that is a field programmable gate array, which means that it's in between like a GPU and an ASIC, application specific integrated chip. It's like in between them, but it's programmable, just like a GPU. But it's got a lot of efficiency behind it. Problem is, they're also way expensive to achieve that efficiency. But it does take an FPGA to make an ASIC, though. So that's where you can sit there and say there's gonna be ASICs on there at some point in time, right? Just like these things, if they were able to get out onto the market fast enough, hit 38 terahash at 1500 watts. This is the reason why Raven's forking, straight up. And you can see it. I'm not sure if these are like test ASICs that are down here, where you see it, the hash rate jump from 10 terahash to almost 20 terahash and then kept climbing afterwards. Is this just FPGAs at this point, or are these some of the test ASICs coming out that are being privately mined? Let's see here. Is this where I've got it? I think so. So you can see, I hope this is big enough for everybody. Let me see if I can blow this up just a pinch. So you can see here that there is an unknown pool A that just started dominating in the network. So, I mean, is there something more powerful in here or is it just sheer volume of people in here? Do not know if that's what's contributing to the big jump or if it's actually ASICs on the network. But in either case, Raven's going to fork. Yes, guys, they are planning to fork, and they are going to be doing this tomorrow. So if you are mining on that Ravencoin network, guys, be sure that it's going to be implemented October 1st. So depending on the miner that you're using, make sure that your mining program is updated for the new mining algorithm, which is going to be the 16RV2. And thanks to one of my home dogs, Crypto Mikkel, he had a really nice picture here of, you can actually see right in here, this is the new 16R, the 16R, the 16R version 2. And you can see in here which is the actual new algorithm that was actually implemented into here. So we have Tiger that has been added to the algorithm. So we have Tiger, Kakak, Tiger, Loof. So I don't know if they're like tying the two together or they're just implementing a brand new algorithm. If anybody out there is a coder and understands this algorithm a little bit better, I'm not sure if it's, they're implementing as the last entry into Tiger, or are they pairs, where it validates through one and then through the other. I don't know. But this here is not actually the Ravencoin itself, because they are forking tomorrow. But there is a coin that's already on the new algorithm, and it allowed both me and Mikkel to do some of that testing. So here's my rigs. I only put one rig on here just for like a couple of hours, just to kind of test stuff out. And if you're wondering if Ravencoin is finally going to be a cooler algorithm, and for all of you Ravencoin miners, you know what I'm talking about here. But for anybody who's new, Ravencoin, being that it's core intensive as it is a very warm algorithm. So your graphics cards will produce its maximum amount of heat. So be prepared to make sure that you have a good cooling solution. I don't recommend AC units, but that's a different discussion all to itself, guys. So, but talking about just the purity on the Ravencoin network, guys. So if you are mining it or you're planning to mine it, make sure that you have the latest software for the mining program, and that you have the newest wallet implementation. So it will be 2.5.1.0 is the new Ravencoin wallet. Make sure that your stuff is updated to that. If you have any of your coins on any exchange, I recommend putting it in, downloading the core wallet, and even if it's just temporarily holding it in there until the fork is done. There is a few reasons why you want to do this. Now, anytime that you have a fork implementation, okay, this can cause rips in the community. And what I mean by that is this. So, Ravencoin Classic. Now, what they're talking about here is that a few people are planning on mining the original chain. No matter what, they're staying on that chain. Now, Will any GPU stay on there to support it? I hope not. If Ravencoin Classic wants to stay there, they can have it as an ASIC dominated algorithm that has nothing to do with the core dev team of Ravencoin themselves, because Ravencoin wants to be decentralized and decentralized as a mining community. You can't do that through ASICs, unfortunately, and ASICs are kind of good, kind of bad. What I mean by that, and okay, so before I dive into that, you can go on to GitHub. I will leave all the links in down below for all of this stuff, where you can download the wallet if you don't have it and you have Ravencoin on an exchange. I will make sure to leave this link in down below. And GitHub is a great place because it's all open source. It means you can verify the code. I hate when I do that. But that is a really bright screen. It's like, the world needs to have just dark mode for everything. I hate the white screen backgrounds. But with Ravencoin doing this fork, it's going, it's a good thing that they're doing it for the decentralization. If they were looking for security on the network, ASICs really do the trick. Now, you guys know, or some of you do, know that I have some ASICs, so I know how to use all of it. I've got ASICs, FPGAs, and GPUs. I'm mostly a GPU miner, okay? So let's just get that out there like that. I prefer GPUs. So, with that being said, the ASICs will give you network security and all that great stuff, but there's a trade-off whenever you're giving up basically to all the ASICs for that security. You're trading off something, and what it tends to trade off is that these ASICs start to just devour coinage, and the first generation miners will tend to mine up all these coins, and before the market dumps, they're the ones that are selling it to dump a lot of times. Why? Because they're trying to ROI their freshly bought ASICs. And then you see that price pullback once the markets tried to absorb all that extra coin into it, that would have normally have taken a lot longer to have mined and distributed through the network. It gives the network a better chance of growing the right way instead of just going from GPU, short segment of FPGA, and then ASIC domination. It does give that issue with trying to grow a network properly. Even Bitcoin didn't become ASIC dominated at first and within a year's time. It took time. It was CPU mineable for a while. Raven was just GPU mineable almost right off the bat with how quickly the hash rate grew on it. So to see them make the push to stay a GPU mineable coin is excellent. So for anybody who is looking to support the new fork of Raven, that is happening tomorrow. Will I point a few rigs at it? Maybe. We don't know. Probably. Let's be real. I mean, I've already tested on the network. I already know what my settings need to be, I think. We'll have to see how Raven completely implements it on their end, to just kind of fine-tune my cards the right way. So, if you guys found this to be informative and interesting, certainly drop a comment in down below. If you got any questions or any issues with getting onto the new algorithm, setting stuff up, I have links in down below for where you can get the information from. But if you're really you're just new to it, you're not understanding everything, I have my Discord link down below, guys. You can certainly hop in there, check out yen.io. You can message me on there if you would like. So there are multiple ways of getting a hold of me or one of my great community members. You'll find a lot of them hanging out in my Discord. So while you're checking in links down below, guys, certainly smash that Lizzie like button. Hit the subscribe if you're new here. Hit the bell notification. And like always, guys, I will definitely see you on the next one. Peace.